Ballots for the June senatorial primary in our state go in the mail on Monday, just as some big political news is breaking. Our political specialist Sean Boyd sits down with our political commentators in our weekly reality check, breaking down what might drive voters' decisions.
Days before the ballots go out, a bombshell in the Democratic Senate primary, as if riots, a pandemic, and protests aren't enough, right? Welcome back, guys. Republican Dick Wadhams, Democrat Mike Dino. Candidate and former Governor John Hickenlooper defied a subpoena to testify in his ethics hearing and was held in contempt. He faces former Speaker of the House Andrew Romanoff in the June 30th primary election and is considered a favorite to win. Mike, this has got to hurt him, but how much?
Well, the question to how much is a good one. When you run a campaign, you don't want anything to go bad, particularly when ballots are ready to drop. But in light of everything that's going on, this is third or fourth on people's lists, and it's hard to really say that it's going to have much of effect in the primary. And by the time the general comes around, I think there are going to be a lot of other issues on the table that are going to be top of mind rather than this ethics commission.
So, Dick, is this really even on people's radar right now?
Well, it certainly will be. Romanoff has an opportunity to actually use this in the next 3 weeks. He's got a debate here at CBS 4 next week. He's up with TV ads. If he really goes after Hickenlooper, he can do some damage. But the real damage for Hickenlooper will probably be in the general election. Because I can tell you that the outside groups that support Cory Gardner will be in here with tons of TV ads reminding people that John Hickenlooper was held in contempt by the Ethics Commission.
So is coronavirus even going to be a factor in the election, Dick?
Yes, corona will be a factor all through the election. There could be a spike this fall. We don't know, and we'll see how the nation and our state handles it. But these economic numbers show that the economy might be bouncing back faster than we thought.
So, Mike, you know, elections typically are all about the economy. What about this one?
Well, I think the president has always keyed in on the stock market, and that's going well for him, and the economic numbers today certainly are promising. If the second wave of the coronavirus is less damaging than the first, maybe the virus has less an effect in the general election, and people move back to looking at some other issues they're concerned about. It really depends on how people are affected in the fall by a second surge.
Let's turn now to the big news of the day. For more than a week, demonstrators have protested and marched across the country after another death of a black man at the hands of a white officer. Now the state legislature and Congress are taking up bills dealing with racial justice and police accountability. So, Mike, how is this going to play into the election, and how much?
Well, I think this is pretty widespread. You see people protesting in places they never have. And certainly in Colorado, in suburban communities, in mountain communities, not only downtown. And the degree of protests and the severity of sort of what's left behind after them, I think, has shocked people. And if there's no action, people will take action when it's time to vote. And so that's why I think in the legislature and in Congress, you're seeing bills come up.
So, Dick, Republicans haven't signed on to any of these bills. What has happened over the last week, racial injustice, is this a partisan issue?
Well, no, I don't think it's a partisan issue. I think we will look back on this horrible incident, and it will rank right up there with Rosa Parks in terms of the impact it's had on our nation. But I do think there's some overreaction starting to happen on the Democratic side. I mean, when you start talking about eliminating and defunding police departments, I just think that's going to go way too far for most people.
All right, nice to be back, guys.
Great
Got a
to
lot
see
to
you.
talk about next week with the Democratic Senate primary right here on CBS 4. We'll see you then.
Sean will be moderating a debate between the Democratic Senate candidates coming up Wednesday evening 6, right here on Channel 4. And our election partners, PBS 12 and the Colorado Sun, will join Sean in questioning those candidates.